I want to start off by asking you to try to disconnect. Try to do what I'm going to be talking about in these next couple of minutes. Disconnect. It sounds crazy, but at the same time, it sounds so simple that many people don't even think about trying it. But let me just explain to you about why I think everyone should disconnect, and why it's just opened up some freedom to me. Me and my friend decided to go on a week-long road trip. And in that time, we decided to only check in with our parents every morning and every night. Otherwise, we had our phones turned off, in a drawer, in a cubby, in something hidden away from us, and we didn't touch them. Within the first hour, I was already having, withdrawal symptoms. I was wondering what time it was. I wanted to know who was texting me. I wanted to text people back. I wanted to look up directions and places to go out to eat, and I could not do any of these. But what I had to do was talk to people. Stopping at gas stations purely to ask for directions. Stopping at grocery stores to say, hey, where is this place? Asking construction workers, which way is downtown? It's all of these things that are so simple to us, but yet I would have never asked any of those questions if I had my phone on me. And one thing that kind of surprised me when doing this is that I never had a bad conversation. I never really talked to a rude person. There was only one person where I asked directions, and he kind of just said, go this way. But otherwise, I ended up having conversations with every single person that I asked for help. We ended up talking about our trip. We ended up talking about them, and it was just this mutual conversation that just felt so real and so good. And I think the reason for this, and don't quote me on this, but I think the reason for this is because everyone wants a good first impression. Everyone wants to, have a good look on and be a nice person. And I don't think there's many people out there that truly want to be rude. But this is something that when you first meet someone, I think you're going to see the nicer side of them. And that is why it was so much fun to meet all kinds of new people. Because you were talking to all these new people with different little stories and nice things to say. They weren't rude to you and they weren't mean. Now this part is going to sound a bit dramatic, but what this did, and what leaving my cell phone in a room to me all day did, is it made me feel free. It gave me a separation of who I am with my phone and who I am without my phone. It made me feel like I could think, like I had nothing to distract me but the thoughts in my head. It was really, really nice. And I think everyone could use that. Everyone could use some time to truly take in their thoughts and think about things and really not worry about things and not think about things that aren't important at the time. Now let me go a little bit deeper into this and explain to you what not important things are. And what not important things are to me is when I'm laying in bed, I'm not quite tired and ready to fall asleep, but I have nothing else to do, so I'm sitting on my phone, scrolling through Instagram or Twitter. Now all of this stuff is, yes, it's cool things, I'm glad I'm keeping up with my friends and whatnot, but is it really important? Not really. What I look at it as is keeping my mind busy instead of really going into my mind and thinking about things that are going on in my head. I almost sometimes look at it as an excuse to not think about things, to not think about a bigger problem that's going on, and instead think about this picture or think about this cool magic trick that I just saw. I'm not saying doing all of this will make you a brilliant-headed person and make you think everything through amazingly. No. But what I do think it does is it kind of takes your head and it kind of clears it out. How I like to think about it is when you open up your refrigerator and you have all of that rotten food that's shoved all the way in the back, but you have some of it still up front, and you just have a mess of things, and you need to clean it out. What you do is you just take all of it out. You take everything out, you throw it on the floor, and you put back in what you need, and you leave and throw out what you don't need. So then after you do that with your brain, you clear out your brain, you get rid of all those dumb thoughts that are really worthless to you, but you're still holding on to them for some reason. And then you have all these thoughts that are true and you do think you need to think about. And then you can think about them. You can really take the time to think about them, and you don't have all this craziness that's going on. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys off. I would really like it if you guys could try 1, 2, 3, etc. amount of days to disconnect. I think it'd be beneficial for everyone. But for now, that's all I got to say. Please make sure to leave a comment down below if you have any questions or if you want me to explain something further in the next video. anything like that, I'd love to hear down in the comments below. Don't forget to like or dislike. Like it if you liked it. Disliked it if you're never going to disconnect in your life. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.
Birds flying high, sun in the sky, sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Birds flying high.
Not how I planned it to.